Good morning on day 3. About 1:30 a.m. it got really foggy, so I had to take the Insta360 and the GoPro down. I was doing some night lapses with them, but it just wasn't going to work out at that point. So took those down about 1:30 due to the fog, and then it got really chilly. Not quite the sunrise that we had last time, but we have been treated to some egrets or cranes flying around, chasing each other off from a couple spots. So pretty nice little morning, and it's starting to clear up a little bit off to that side, the way we're going. So a little chilly, but I tell you what, the mosquitoes out here are really hardy. They're still going after it. So I'm gonna get some breakfast, break camp real quick, and get on to the road. Oh, it's Ooh, that's bright. I bet. Ooh, that's foggy. We'll deal with that in a minute. All right. And time to hit the water and head for home. Something that's interesting to note is back in April when we came, it looked like the pitcher plants all got just obliterated by a week-long freeze, a really hard frost that we had the week prior. So it's really nice to see them all bouncing back here in December and just looking really healthy. If you ever do make it down to the Okefenokee Swamp or wherever it is that you decide to try and go see nature, I highly recommend making sure that you get out early, because you can't beat this gorgeous morning light. It's the best light that you're gonna have all day. Gives everything just that beautiful, crisp look. Whereas later in the day, when the sun's really up high, you end up with some harsher shadows. It's already got particles in the air, so it's a lot more fun when you have this beautiful sun to either backlight something or forward light it, and it makes things just pop that much more. Sometimes when you're really hoping to see something cool, you start seeing ghosts, so to speak. You start seeing animals when they're really not there. You see a patch of moss that looks like an owl. You see a piece of a branch that looks like a bald eagle. It's kind of funny how when you're really hoping to see something cool, your brain starts playing those tricks on you. So as we start to come off of the prairie and back into the canal section, I wanted to go over my setup real quick with you. I've been using 4 cameras. Number 1 has been the R. I've used 2 lenses with that. I used the 24-105 as well as my 70-200. But with the 70-200, I made sure to bring my multiplier. That way it was more like a 140-400 lens. That really helped with getting a lot closer to the gators this time. Number 2 was the iPhone 14 Pro that I won from a contest on Instagram. So that has been a lot of fun to use at our different campsites. Number 3, the GoPro Hero 10. That's been a lot of the front of the boat shots of me paddling front out towards the bow of the boat. And number 4, the Insta360 X3. And I think that has become my absolute favorite camera for these kind of trips, because I'm able to put it here on the bow, and I'm able to, then in post, I'll be able to go in and get me paddling, but then also see what I'm seeing. I'll be able to kind of get some of the foliage as we go by. It looks like it's gonna be the absolute perfect kayaking camera, because it's also waterproof, and as long as I keep it strapped on, I'm not worried about losing it. The final 3.5 miles here of the trip, and it's been a really good trip, but I still can't help but feel just a little bit disappointed that I haven't had a better shot at a couple of pictures and a little video of an owl. We met another group, and a couple of them actually walked near not Coffee Bay but Canal Run, and they went for a little walk, and they found an owl 10 feet off the trail, and they got a beautiful shot of it. And it's one of those where you feel a little jealous about it. So it's been a really good trip, a lot of gators, a lot of different kinds of animals, but still just that little twinge of disappointment between that and I missed the sunrise this morning. I set up the GoPro and the darn thing just wouldn't record. So, but still, all in all, great trip.